Where my dogs at? What's going on, YouTube world? It's Cruiser Nation 3 coming at you again with another video. Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby. Would you rather live with the truth or die with the lie? Listen, let's go ahead and open up this cage and let the dogs out. We're going to talk about Stephen A. Smith and Kevin Durant and the ongoing beef that they have going on dating back to when Stephen A. Smith said Kevin Durant move to Golden State was one of the weakest moves in NBA history, and he absolutely eviscerated Kevin Durant for making that rule, that choice. The whole world killed Kevin Durant. That's when Kevin Durant became the villain and felt like Kevin Durant cheated the game. Okay, if you want to live with that, but we move forward. KD goes to Brooklyn. Leaves Golden State, goes to Brooklyn. They fought for KD to get out of Golden State. Told me to go somewhere if he go to Brooklyn. Things don't go right in Brooklyn coming off the Achilles injury. Kyrie Irving gets hurt. James Harden gets hurt. Kyrie Irving go through this thing with the, we're not going to say the word, but during that time where we had chaos back in 2020, when we had the chaos and stuff like that going on in the world, y'all know what we talking about. So he leave Brooklyn. Things not going away with right with Kyrie Irving ownership. KD didn't like the way ownership treated Kyrie Irving, doing a quote that Kyrie Irving posted on his link. We all know how that went. We ain't gonna go too deep into that. Kyrie Irving had to go to see a therapist and all this stuff about something that he posted a link to a book that they say was anti. Y'all know. So now KD goes to Phoenix Suns halfway through the year. They get bounced in the second round. The team is totally decimated. They send Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges to Brooklyn. So they have no bench. They have no team left. So KD them make it to the second round, lose to the eventual champs. KD them coming to the season next year. Still, they got to deal with minimum guys. Get Bradley Beal over there. They get swept in the first round. In the first round against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Coming into this season, KD them has started off to a great start of the season. Great start of the season. Mike Budenholzer, the new coach. They finally got a point guard that everybody been saying. Matter of fact, they got two. And Monte Morris and Tyus Jones. Kevin Durant, them have one loss this year. I think they're sitting at 5-1 right now in the Western Conference right now, sitting at the number 2 seed right now. So having a pretty decent start to this season. Long season to go. So Stephen A. Smith was asked on ESPN, what do you think about the Suns? Instead of talking about what the Suns' play is and how they look under new coach Mike Budenholzer and how the defense is well improved and how the offense got the ball moving around and how everybody involved, you don't do that, Stephen A. Smith. No, that ain't what he do, y'all. He say he don't believe in the Suns because he questions the leadership of Kevin Durant and that Kevin Durant cannot get his guys to follow him. He can't pull out what he need to pull out of these guys. Let me tell y'all something. This for the young, for the old, and for the people who are in between. If you play sports on any level, high school, Pop Warner, college, pros, we all understand you can't get out of what they don't have inside of themselves. You can't motivate guys to do nothing unless they don't want to do it themselves. Key in point, Steph Curry is not a rah-rah guy, but he got championships. Draymond Green is a rah-rah. Why Steph Curry can't stop Draymond Green for acting a fool? Why Steph Curry can't stop Draymond Green from getting technical fouls? Why Steve Curry, none of these guys can rein him in from punching his teammates? Why? Because each individual on the team is responsible for their own self. And you come together as a team. But as a team, you have to individually do what's best for the team through your own individual self. So first, it comes from self. Where this all started from and the lie that the media did to Kevin Durant, and I'm going to share this with y'all. This is the actual quote that Kevin Durant said when he first was at Golden State. But the media, as what they very savvy at doing, is leaving stuff out to manipulate the minds of the people because the media understands that we as people will not go back and do our research. We'll just listen to what they say and take it as fact. But if you go listen to the whole quote of what Kevin Durant said back in 2016, maybe 16, back in 2016, this is the actual quote, and you go pull it up. This is what Kevin Durant said, and this is what they left out. This is what they left out that made Kevin Durant look like he said he don't want to be a leader. This is what Kevin Durant, Steph Curry is the face of the franchise, and that helps me out because I don't want to have to. He said, I don't want to have to be the leader. I'm not a leader. I'm bad at saying stand behind me and follow me. I'm not one of those guys that just like, let's do this shit together. Let's just work everybody together. I don't mind being on the front line with you, but let's come and do it together. That's my way of leadership, by leading by example. Key word that they left out of the very last sentence. He say, that's my way of leadership. I'm leading by example. They left all that out and they misquoted KD and made him look like he said, I don't want to be a leader. KD presence alone and his work ethic and his devotion to the game, man, been in the NBA 18 years, still going hard. You can ask his teammates on any team that Kevin Durant has been on. Nobody works harder than Kevin Durant. This man is dedicated to the game. He's dedicated to himself. He's dedicated to the fan base. He go play through injuries unless it's something that's detrimental. He's always been there for his teams. Do people like that he left and went to Golden State? Okay, you either you like it or you don't. That ain't what this is about. This is about the man leadership. People lead in different ways. I had a guy on my football team. He didn't lead by rah-rah. You know how he got the best out of us? Because if we seen him doing it right, we gonna want to do it right. Everybody's not a rah-rah guy. Kevin Durant is not gonna be in your face because Kevin Durant feels like, you watch me, you see how I practice, you see how I perform, you see how I come in early, you see how I stay late, you see how I'm getting shots. You look at me and you decide to follow me based on my example leading. That's how I lead. Kawhi Leonard don't speak. Steph Curry don't speak. A lot of these guys don't speak on these teams. Just because a guy's yelling and shouting don't make him a leader. A guy can yell, shout, scream, do all that. That does not make you a leader. How you perform, your intangibles, how you go about doing your job every single day should inspire guys to want to do the same. Your blood, sweat, and tears is leadership. And over 18 years, nobody can ever say that Kevin Durant did not lay it on the line, the basketball line, his whole career. Every summer, Kevin Durant got a ball in his hand. Every summer, you ain't got to hear nothing about Kevin Durant having baby mamas. You ain't got to hear nothing about Kevin Durant hurting people. All Kevin Durant want to do is play basketball, and that's what he said his whole career. Does he get a little frustrated with the media? Who wouldn't? Is he got a little Twitter finger problem, so y'all would say? Listen, the reason these guys are getting back at people, and the same people calling all these athletes, Stephen A. Smith, all y'all calling these athletes most sensitive people, y'all calling them sensitive for clapping back. But when somebody come at y'all on y'all podcast clapping back, y'all getting stuff off your chest. But no, y'all want to be able to talk bad about people and say you heard it from a source and don't want them to be able to clap back. No, they're allowed to clap back. They're allowed to call you a liar if you get on national TV and get inside the minds and the ears of people who don't know these guys and saying things about them that are factually not true. If you want that in the room, I don't think you got the right to speak on nobody. You just can't be going out just spraying stuff about people without facts. And I don't think it's always facts. You can say anything. Oh, a source told me. I understand you don't want to tell your source, but name your source. No, I think some of the time the source is you. You use it because I can get up there and say, oh yeah, a source told me this. I'll make it up. Nobody cares because you get up there and read from a paper. I'm going to read this directly coming from right here. This is what they said. You could have wrote that down in meetings before the show started. Y'all have meetings before the show start. What y'all going to talk about today? Prep and stuff like that. Who the hell know you ain't over there prepping, writing something down? A source said. We all know that y'all lie. We know these things. Y'all chop things up. You can't lie to the people. And you can't determine what somebody's leadership is. How can you determine that? How can you determine the leadership of another human being? I want to know. What's the steps to being a leader? Do I have to yell? Do I have to scream? Do I have to shout? Do I have to cuss you out? What is the form of leadership? Tell me, guys, if you want to lead, if you want people to follow, do the right thing that you think is right. Come to work on time. This for anything in life. Come to work on time. Do your job correctly. Treat people with kindness. Don't insult people. Show up to work on time. You ain't gonna always be happy when you come to work. Is you gonna have a smile on your face every day to come to work? No. You might have some things going on in your life outside of the job. So I ain't expecting nobody to come to work every day, hey, smiling when I got other stuff on my mind. But I would not let that affect how we do business or how we work together. I'd rather follow somebody who doing the things that the job requires me to do than follow somebody who talk a lot, is fake. You ain't got to shout and scream to be a leader. That's what we got misconstrued. We think because a guy get up there and he talk and he sound good and he can make a nice speech, that makes him a leader. No. He just can talk loud. But a guy over there in the corner, don't say nothing. Gonna be on time, gonna do every drill right, gonna lead the pack in the group, and not say one word and be just effective on the basketball court or the football field or baseball field, whatever sport you play, is gonna be just as effective as the guy who doing all the rah-rah talking. Do you need some guys to speak up? Yes. But do you need some guys who just gonna go out there and lay it on the line? Yes. There's all kind of ways of leadership. And for the Stephen A. Smith to act like Kevin Durant is a leader, it's false. Go to any of his teams. Forget him leaving. Take that out the picture. Go to any of his teams and hear any of them talk about Kevin Wayne Durant in any basketball form. This guy is addicted to the game. This guy works his butt off. And that's leadership. That's how you stand on business. And that's how you last in this game 18 years. You can't last in this game 18 years by not having some kind of leadership quality, whether you want to do it or not. I don't want to go to work every day, but I got to because I got to feed my family. So Kevin Durant is right when he say, no, I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to, I'm not, that's not him. I'm not a rah-rah guy. I want guys to follow me by watching me perform. That's how I lead. And that's what he said. Go back and read the quote. That's exactly what he said, but they left that last part out. He said, that's my form of leadership, by leading by example. And they lied on KD and left that part of the quote out and made him look like he said he didn't want to be a leader. And that's completely false. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure y'all hit the notification button so you'll be notified. Where my dogs at? Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby.